Hey everyone, welcome back to more Legend of Zelda Quest of Beings. So, last part we just did a lot of grinding, got lots of items, and yeah, so if you go in a dungeon and save your game, you'll restart right at the entrance of the dungeon, so it's kind of convenient. Don't have to walk all the way back. Alright, so let's get started. Level 1 should be a lot easier. Well, one, you got a white sword, you got blue ring, so I should be about as well equipped as you're gonna get, honestly. Alright, so that locked door is what we're interested in, actually. There's some goods there. And honestly, this level is actually pretty difficult if you just go right into it, which is why it's probably a better idea to actually prepare a little bit, get some supplies. And actually having the blue ring is really helpful because it just gives you some room for error. Alright, I'm gonna take that key. I'm surprised it ain't caught there. Take that key over to the left. And take out these Garias so that we can pick up a boomerang. So it's always handy to have this item around. Alright. Actually, having the white sword is really nice because you can take out these Zols in one hit. Yeah, so you can see how tricky some of these room designs can get. How they can really squeeze in a lot of stuff in these rooms. It's kind of hard to see the Zols that are camouflaged in the, on the blue backgrounds. Okay, let's see how we're gonna do this. See, these traps like go every direction. So, 4-directional traps are, you kind of hope they were just 2-directional. Yeah, luckily these are just regular Stalfos, so no big issue with these guys. And yes, this quest also has boss doors, so we're gonna have to, of course, find the key. Oh, I didn't realize the compass was here. Oh, might as well pick that up. Okay, now this room you gotta... if you have sword beams, you can do it that way, but technically, probably gonna need your boomerang to get, diagonal shots. This is a kind of a wicked room. Everything's camouflaged on the floor. Now, this is a really messy room. You can see just how cramped this room's gonna get. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of a crappy room. I mean, look at this. You have like no room to maneuver at all. And you have no candle either. So you kind of have to kind of trick these traps up carefully. You know, if you move just enough, you can trip the trap, but not step on the half tile. Because you don't go in half tile intervals, I suppose. You kind of go in whole tile interval, or little pieces, so you can kind of just sneak along the tile. So that's gonna be a really dangerous room. And there's your boss key. Now, you have to be careful when you go back down, because remember, everything's gonna respawn, so you really want to get into safety really quickly. Because otherwise you're gonna get swiped off by the traps as soon as you step into the room. Because you won't have the door to hide behind. That's probably the hardest part of the level right there. I mean, if you got past that, okay, then hopefully you're good to go. Again, having the blue ring helps, and doesn't hurt to have 2 potions on hand. Trying to get that 5 rupees there. Alright, so we can now finish off this level. And it's just an Aquamentus that, if you have the magic shield, it's kind of an easy battle. Honestly, this is probably one of the harder levels, so if you clear through this without much trouble, then you should be pretty good for the next few levels, because I think the next few levels are not that hard. Not as hard. Okay, so we're already good on supplies. What you need to do is just slash the bush, and basically you get some clues. Just look at the capital letters. Alright, so we actually need to go around, because you can't actually solve the maze from the top. You actually have to start at the bottom. I'm pretty good on money right now. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, I'm supposed to go on the lower path. There goes another minute or something. You're actually supposed to go on the bottom path because you need to be on the bottom side. So it's west, east. And see, this is where you need to be on the bottom route because you have to go south. And just go left again. Get out of that little maze. And level 2 is just in this corner. I probably have enough time to take level 2 out, actually. Because you gotta make sure you bought an arrow and bought your meat, because this is probably where you're gonna need it. I'm not a very big fan of the trap positioning, because it's just so cramped in these rooms. I mean, unless you're really paying attention, you're not gonna avoid these traps half the time. Alright, this room, just, again, more palette swapped mold dorms. So, nothing new, you just take them out the same way. Okay, well, the compass is not really helpful because you know the boss is right above you. So, that's rather useless. So yeah, I think if you take out that blue Goriah, it takes out everything else. Pick up a map. And, I guess we'll go up first. Ah, 50 rupees. More money never hurts. Let's see, down over here. Ooh, key. Okay, we gotta... Might as well scoop up that key. And another mold dorm, so... take out whatever we can. Now, the mold dorms don't respawn, but everything else does. So there's no, like, priority type thing where, like, say you take out the mold dorm and everything else is gone. So it's like everything's independent of themselves. So this is where you're gonna need your meat. And this can be kind of a tricky room because it is really cramped in this room. I'm not even kidding you. I'm gonna use bombs, actually. You've got plenty of them, you might as well throw some out. It is really cramped with bubbles. Unfortunately, the only way you can damage these things is actually with your sword, or unless you're willing to use bombs, I suppose. Because bombs would work. And I don't think there is an item bubble, I think they all take away your sword. Okay, pick up a candle and got a suspicious square, so... get some extra money with that. Okay, so we pretty much need to backtrack all the way to the beginning. Go all the way back to the beginning of the level. Because, I don't know, maybe I went through it a little too quickly, but there was some bushes you can burn. Oh, and take note of this kind of web stuff. Slows your movement down. So just, keep a mental note of that. So I need to get rid of the bushes blocking the path. And again, really congested rooms. Alright, a lot of more moblins. So, nothing that big. Is again, just these really cramped rooms. This has only one bubble, not like 4 or 5 bubbles or something. And you pick up the bow, and that's why you're gonna need to make sure you have arrows. Because you can almost take a guess of what you're gonna fight in here. Alright, more money to pick up. Actually, you can kind of snipe away enemies from behind, you know, because the traps don't go past the bushes. Alright, so now you gotta kind of zigzag all the way back the other way because you gotta get the boss key. So yeah, there are 2 items in this dungeon. And that's probably gonna be... Don't be too surprised when you see that. You're gonna probably see a number of these dungeons have multiple items to pick up. Alright, so head on down and what's the bulldogs? Just tank them out. And this is what you need your arrows for, because it's used to trigger the tombstones there. Now, you can use arrows, but let me see if I can get a heart. There you go. Because that way I can swipe at them with my sword instead. You know, the sword beams. Make it a little bit easier. More money. Might as well pick up that cash, I suppose. You might have to use arrows for this room because the bubbles are probably going to be just constantly swarming around you. Plenty of money to use, so it doesn't hurt to toss a few arrows out. I don't remember if there's anything in this room. Okay, going up into this room, yeah, you're gonna have a bit of a minefield. Bubbles are not letting me get the clock there, and luckily these are, I mean, these are item bubbles, so because technically you're supposed to be using your arrows in this room. But if I can use my sword beams, then that works just fine to me, because it doesn't matter if these bubbles keep, you know, trying to swarm me, because I can still use my sword. So that's a little convenient advantage. You have 2 methods of attacking. Alright, so now it's another zigzag back to the beginning because, yeah, it's kind of annoying. not a big level. It's just you gotta backtrack every which way. The bosses, you should be able to predict what you're gonna battle. Oops, I didn't mean to exit the room. Okay, so this is what, 3 or 4 orange gomas? Yeah, you gotta be a little bit careful about the spider webs because it kind of slows you down. The good thing is you don't need that much room to kind of do a zigzag. So that's a pretty easy round to get through. Alright, so that's our second Triforce piece. Now the levels do get longer and longer, so kind of enjoy the somewhat short levels while you can. I might actually just take a break here, and then we'll just restart back at the kind of starting point. And got a couple levels done already. So next part we'll go into level 3 and see how much ground we can make in there. All right, see you guys later.